Guy on Paulsboro. It is January, what date is this, the 23rd?
23rd, John.
23rd, we're standing outside. So we're going from cold weather to just okay weather for January. No snow. We're at the Municipal Garage on Baird Avenue. We're going to talk about the Highway Department, get an update on the port. Irma, we're outside.
John, I remember being outside on the river, what was it, in the late 90s when the river was ice with Arnold Bay, and everything was cold that day, Johon.
Arnold had the coffee, remember?
He had and you had coffee, but yours didn't steam.
Well, that's how cold it was too cold. We hope you're going to enjoy the show. Stay with us. We're coming right back. We're at the Municipal Garage on Baird Avenue.
Multi-policy discount. Paperless discount, paid in full discount, homeowners discount, safe driver discount, chipmunk family reunion, someone stole the nuts, squirrel jail, justice.
Countless discounts. Now that's progressive. Call or click today.
Thinking about a new appliance or an LCD TV? Don't think twice. Think Weiss. Weiss True Value has a full line of LCD TVs plus a great variety of appliances. And of course, hardware items like TrueTest paints, Master Mechanic tools, electrical supplies, key duplicating, and Rug Doctor rentals. And for repairs on screens and windows, look no further. Weiss True Value, from making keys to selling appliances and LCD TVs. Don't think twice. Think Weiss. 39 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
For everything, there's a season, and a time for everything under heaven. A time for sharing, a time for caring, a time for remembering, and a time for parting. When that time arrives, let Beth McBride Foley and Thomas D. Foley at the McBride Foley Funeral Home help you in your time of need. Offering a wide variety of funeral services from cremation to traditional, McBride Foley Funeral Home has been helping families with the loss of a loved one with over 50 years of combined service. McBride Foley Funeral Home, 228 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
And welcome back again. Very happy to be joined by a friend and just a person who's been a public servant for Paulsboro for 32 years on council, Larry Haynes. When I was married, Larry, I think you were council president, right?
Yes.
During that period.
After Gina Paul
resigned. 32
32
years is a good bit of service. Right now, he is chairman of Public Works, which is a department that's very busy with a lot of responsibility. You know, normally he'd be plowing snow because Larry had retired from county, was in charge of our highways there. That was a large job. No snow this year, Larry, so the department hasn't had that yet. But, you know, this has grown. I mean, from an equipment standpoint, the machine behind us, pretty impressive.
Yes, John, thanks to the mayor and council members, and especially the highway committee. We talked about these issues with the equipment in the public works. The old equipment was so bad, we were constantly repairing and everything, so we figured it was time to step up, try to give the workers the proper equipment to do a proper job. So that's why we went out and we purchased some of this newer equipment.
You got a lift bucket on this truck. That's an impressive machine.
Yes, it's about 7 cubic yards. It holds the materials when we're out doing the chipping and everything. It has a 60-foot reach, for the boom, which helps us when we're putting up decorations down at the Little League complexes when they have bulbs out for the lighting of their fields. And also during a storm or something where we may have to take a tree down or something, it's an added lift having this machine.
And you got to provide service. You know, people pay taxes, and the one thing that they expect is service, and you got to have manpower and equipment. How many people are in this department at this point, Larry?
Well, there's five within what they call the highway department, and we also have 3 in the water and sewer department, which they all combine and do jobs together also.
I noticed in the back of the yard, Fred will get some shots. Ex-military equipment, which is pretty smart. I guess it's surplus.
That's Army surplus that we have the opportunity to go view the equipment and make a request through the agency, and that request in turn, they let us know if we can get that particular piece of equipment.
Yeah, the price is right, right?
The price is right, John.
You can't beat it. There's been a little more money for highway work with the Transportation Trust Fund. Of course, you recently, Gary's been on a couple times. That Thompson Avenue project between the drainage and the road, that was really impressive.
Yes, it was. It made a big difference in that particular area of the community. We also have a lot of other programs that will be coming up. We're just going out to bid for Pine Street. If we fund the whole project, it will go from Broad Street all the way over to Swedesboro Avenue, which will interconnect with that Thompson Avenue project also. Hopefully we can fund enough of it to do the complete job.
Yeah, for a small town, it's pretty busy at spots. We're visiting with Larry Haynes. He's chairman of Public Works, been on council for 32 years, a friend to many who are watching the show, and I certainly enjoyed serving with him. Larry, good job on this department, because this is the department that people see and touches people.
Yes, it is, John. I tell you, I don't think the community realizes the services they get out of such a small department. Like I said, we have about an 8-man power unit. For all the things that they do throughout the community, it's quite accomplishing.
If I remember, we have over 20 miles of road.
We have 26 miles of road, but 22 miles we're responsible for. Approximately the other 4 miles are county roads or state.
2 square miles, 20 miles of road. See, it's bigger than you think. Enjoyed the visit. Stay with us. We're coming right back.
Life is a journey that we travel with a lot of uncertainty. When your family is faced with change and you're in need of understanding, direction, honesty, and professionalism, we at the Landolfi Funeral Home have a tradition of assisting you with all of your needs in any way that we can. We offer many affordable funeral services. Please feel free to call us with any questions you may have or visit us at www.landolfifuneralhome.com.
Rizzo Family Chiropractic Center in Gibbstown offers pain relief with a difference. Using specific chiropractic adjustments, Rizzo Family Chiropractic will get to the root of your problem quickly. Bring your headaches, neck, back, joint, or limb pain to Dr. Karen Rizzo. If you have recurring pain, chiropractic can help. Rizzo Family Chiropractic can relieve many sources of pain without extended treatment and ongoing therapy. Give your family the gift of caring professional pain relief with a difference. Rizzo Family Chiropractic.
Come on down Route 55 to the Millville Airport. Visit Smith & Jackson Military Antiques and Firearms, a gun shop with a woman's touch. Buying, selling, and trading firearms and military items, especially seeking World War II, German, Japanese, and American items. Buying single items or entire collections. That's Smith & Jackson Military Antiques and Firearms at the Millville Airport, 21 Peterson Street, next to the Glasstown Brewing Company.
And welcome back. Our show continues. We're in the yard on Barrett Avenue at the Public Works compound here in town, of course. With me now is George Strachan. He is the Executive Director of the Gloucester County Improvement Authority. He's been on the show, not a stranger to the show. And, of course, the Gloucester County Improvement Authority is coordinating the construction of the Paulsboro Port in concert with the Shasta Jersey Port Corporation. People are always curious about what's going on, especially since the sound wall's up. You can't quite see as much from the road. So talk George into coming over for a quick update. So, George, progress.
Yeah, definitely progress. We're going to be out to bid for the water main project in April, so residents will see that. We appreciate everybody's patience with the pile driving that we've been doing over this past year or so, but it's progress. It's certainly the sign of progress. We're expecting the downriver section of the wharf, the side by Mantua Avenue, to be done this coming September, and then the upriver side, the Mantua Creek side, should be following on the following September, and then the wharf will be fully constructed.
That's an important point, because when we had the grand opening, I guess going on 2 years now, it's been a while. It runs together. People thought that was, once that first wharf opened, that was going to be it, and the promise of the port would be delivered. But that's just one wharf can handle one ship, one customer at a time. So this build out will unlock the promise.
Yeah, there's that, and the other big piece is the Y track that's going in down by Broadway. That we had some trains moving through the area, and this will be able to bypass that, and folks will be able to come right back in, so the train won't have to go through.
Yeah, George, I'm glad you brought that up, because I forgot to mention that. That's a big deal, because that's going to allow the trains to come directly into town, past the mayor's house, and they'll make a right-hand turn through railroad construction, go directly into the port, which means they'll no longer be going through town, blocking town, and that also means that they'll be smoother, so that banging sound behind the houses may be relieved.
Correct, and that once in that goes back to the leadership of Senator Sweeney, and obviously you on the Assembly side being able to get that money from the DOT so that we could manage that construction and make sure that that problem's alleviated.
Yeah, and I guess, George, from the public, all the questions are, what comes next? The wharfs get built, what business comes, and that's still. I mean, the place is drawing a lot of attention. That's not settled yet.
Nope, the economy's humming. So we expect it to be as the wharfs come online. We expect that the facility will be ramped up and fully. It'll be filled with tenants. We're still working on offshore wind. We're working on containers. We're working on a number of different areas.
And we started the conversation with the word progress, and it's real progress, and it's going to be impressive. It'd be nice if people can say it, but it's a controlled site by Coast Guard rules, so you just can't open it to the public. But at some point, we'll figure out better pictures so you can see it. Stay with us. We're going to come right back. We have another piece on the port. Matt's going to join us and going to tell you about pile driving. So that sound you hear occasionally, you'll know all about it when we finish. We'll be right back.
Multi-policy discount. Paperless discount. Paid in full discount. Homeowners discount. Safe driver discount. Chipmunk family reunion. Someone stole the nuts. Squirrel jail. Justice.
Countless discounts. Now that's progressive. Call or click today.
Thinking about a new appliance or an LCD TV? Don't think twice. Think Weiss. Weiss True Value has a full line of LCD TVs plus a great variety of appliances. And of course, hardware items like True Test paints, Master Mechanic tools, electrical supplies, key duplicating, and Rug Doctor rentals. And for repairs on screens and windows, look no further. Weiss True Value, from making keys to selling appliances and LCD TVs. Don't think twice. Think Weiss. 39 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
For everything, there's a season, and a time for everything under heaven. A time for sharing, a time for caring, a time for remembering, and a time for parting. When that time arrives, let Beth McBride Foley and Thomas D. Foley at the McBride Foley Funeral Home help you in your time of need. Offering a wide variety of funeral services from cremation to traditional, McBride Foley Funeral Home has been helping families with the loss of a loved one with over 50 years of combined service. McBride Foley Funeral Home, 228 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
And welcome back. We continue on the theme of the port because it's important. People ask about it. It's good to do these updates from time to time because, again, with the new sound wall, which really looks nice, but you can't see in, so you can't see a lot of what's going on. With me now is Matt Carezzi. Actually got his last name right. And Matt is with Geo Technology Associates. He's associated with the actual construction of the port, quality control, and he's going to tell us about pile driving. You hear us refer to it. Many people watching it know what it is, but a lot of people don't. So when you hear about pile driving, Matt, the deck is supported by piles driven into the river. So pick it up from there so people get an idea. What does that mean?
That's correct. So the wharf is supported through piles. These piles, they measure 30 inches in diameter and vary in length from 90 to 140 feet long. It's pretty sizable, absolutely. So they, right. Right. So they're manufactured off-site. They're steel rolled into shape. They weld them together. Then they are transported on by truck or by barge, usually 30 at a time. We pick the piles up, set them in a false work template that kind of lays them out in our position. Followed by the pile driving. So it's a couple steps. It's you set it in place, then you pick up what's called a vibratory hammer and kind of shake it down, and then the loud noise, the actual diesel open-ended hammer. Fortunately for this project, we have 1,721 piles, so we've been banging for quite a bit. We started back in, I believe, October of 2018. We've have roughly 1,300 of them complete. Leave about 400 left. So we're still going to be thumping come March and July. The hammer, like I said, it's an open-ended diesel hammer. They weigh anywhere from 10,000 to 22,000 pounds, and that's just the ram itself that slides up and down and hits the pile. So we're putting a good amount of energy into these piles. Now they are going to various depths depending on soil conditions, but anywhere from 30 to 100 feet of actual embedment into the soil. So
Matt, it's actually a pretty violent
Yes.
moment. So the banging you're hearing when he talks about a hammer, he talks about this weighted piece, and I don't want to use the word explosion, but the hammer is lifted up, and then the weight comes down and bangs the pile.
That's exactly what happens. So there's a hydraulic trip that lifts and raises that ram, drops it, and at the same time it simultaneously releases this tiny bit of diesel, and it smacks that diesel, it smacks the hammer, creates a small explosion, launches the ram back up in the air, and then gravity just continues and takes over.
It's almost like a Detroit two-cycle diesel.
You're absolutely correct. Yeah.
So it's almost like a cylinder in a car. So
Exactly right.
So the banging you hear, Matt just described what it is. Think about that. You said some of those were 140 feet long?
That's correct, 140 feet long.
That's half a football field that has to be driven. And you said we're on track. I guess the upriver wharf is what's be. All the piles are driven on the wharf that's towards Mancho Avenue. So you're upriver.
That's correct. Yes, that is correct. And then there's also a portion infilling the first phase of the wharf. So there's like I said, there's about 400 left. So.
Doesn't sound like a lot when you're starting with 1,700, but that's the noise you're hearing, and that's the sound of progress. And we're always apologetic for having to be disruptive for people, but once it's done, it's going to be done, and it's a real effort. Thank Matt for coming on, and that's our tutorial on driving piles. So if you're going to drive piles in your backyard, you got an idea what's involved. We'll be right back.
Life is a journey that we travel with a lot of uncertainty. When your family is faced with change and you're in need of understanding, direction, honesty, and professionalism, we at the Landolfi Funeral Home have a tradition of assisting you with all of your needs in any way that we can. We offer many affordable funeral services. Please feel free to call us with any questions you may have or visit us at www.landolfifuneralhome.com.
Rizzo Family Chiropractic Center in Gibbstown offers pain relief with a difference. Using specific chiropractic adjustments, Rizzo Family Chiropractic will get to the root of your problem quickly. Bring your headaches, neck, back, joint, or limb pain to Dr. Karen Rizzo. If you have recurring pain, chiropractic can help. Rizzo Family Chiropractic can relieve many sources of pain without extended treatment and ongoing therapy. Give your family the gift of caring professional pain relief with a difference. Rizzo Family Chiropractic.
Come on down Route 55 to the Millville Airport. Visit Smith & Jackson Military Antiques and Firearms, a gun shop with a woman's touch. Buying, selling, and trading firearms and military items, especially seeking World War II, German, Japanese, and American items. Buying single items or entire collections. That's Smith & Jackson Military Antiques and Firearms at the Millville Airport, 21 Peterson Street, next to the Glasstown Brewing Company.
And now it's time for community notes. If it looks like we're standing in the same place we were when we opened the show, it's because we're doing them back to back. The show came together in pieces this time. Irma, community notes.
Well, it's here, John. Happy birthday to my dear sister, Shirley Kidd Reed, to my daughter-in-law, Raylan Stevenson, Pat Relations, Stacy Moran, Larry Moran Sr., Rashonda Braxton, Gary Funk, Brian Clegg, Edie Baird, Rosalind Coble, Jamesy Jones, the #1 fisherman of New Jersey, and Major Mark Quinn in the United States Army. Mark, thank you for all.
Just amazing.
He is now a major, and thank you, Mark, for all you've done for our country. Class graduated Paulsboro High School, 2003. And the Barber triplets, Alyssa, Ryan, and Jason, Robert Jones, Lenny Curtis. Althea Miller is 95 years. Young.
Oh,
Mary Cipielli, Winnie Kukla, Ray Latch, and Brenda Bernardino Sabella. Happy birthdays. Happy anniversaries to Terry and Bill Pollinger, Ida and Jack Otten, Lori and Brian Zane, Eleanor and Joe Giordano, Lisa and Billy Mitchell, Betty and Swift, and Pat and Kathleen Palacino. Happy anniversaries. John, it was a wonderful time we had at the Second Baptist Church this past Monday, Martin Luther King Day. What a wonderful tribute to him for all those years that he just with the civil rights. And they had a wonderful, inspiring.
You also had a guest speaker.
A guest speaker was Dante Brazil. He just wrote a book on Dory Miller. He was December the 7th, 1941, he was the black cook who went up on deck and manned a gun. He never knew how because there was a lot of segregation. And he ended up with the Navy Cross. A wonderful book, wonderful story he told about him, and I bought 2 books.
That will be a movie at some point.
Yeah, John Reynolds, that's John and Sherry Reynolds' son-in-law.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Enjoyed it. St. Paul's will have their semi-annual oyster and ham dinner on Saturday, March the 21st. Takeouts and...
What does semi-annual mean? Twice a year?
John, twice. Semi is twice, yes. Takeouts and sit-downs. Please call Donna Little for further information, 423-5345. And our Gill Memorial Library is going to have an open house again, January 23rd, February 2nd, Saturdays from 10 to 3, and Monday to Thursday, 1 to 8. Come out and see the military people and the people of the record display, John. It's helping preserve Paulsboro's past for Paulsboro's future.
Yeah, it's very good. Now, let me jump in here, Irma, if I may. We were hoping to have someone on to give us details on that gas leak that occurred in the Billingsport section of town, I guess 2 days ago. We're 23rd, so I guess it would have been the 21st. Could be wrong on that. South Jersey Gas could not send someone because of short notice, the way the show came together. And in fairness to them, they just couldn't get someone. So they issued a statement. I'm going to read the statement. And it reads, it says, on Tuesday, January 21st, an authorized contractor with South Jersey Gas was performing maintenance activities to our infrastructure in Paulsboro. During the course of the work, an unintentional release of gas occurred, requiring South Jersey Gas to isolate our system and make subsequent repairs. Exercising caution and in collaboration with local services, South Jersey Gas evacuated approximately 20 residents in the immediate area until repairs were made and safety checks performed. There were no injuries. South Jersey Gas safety is our priority. It's our responsibility and priority to keep you informed about our work and ensure the safety of our system to the public. We operate under a strict set of requirements to ensure that our pipelines are safe. This includes New Jersey's pipeline safety regulations, which are some of the most stringent in the country, as well as those set by the federal government. That was issued by South Jersey Gas to give you some idea. We're going to follow up on that because there was a lot of curiosity about people because, the town was converted over to high pressure as the whole region was, and they're doing more gas work with additional lines. So we're going to get more information as we go, but we're grateful for them issuing a statement. Fortunately, no one hurt. Response seemed to be good, and the disruption was minimal. But never a comfortable day when you're told to leave your house. Irma?
Yes, and we're glad everyone's safe, John. Paulsboro senior citizens have their monthly trip to resorts at Atlantic City casinos. First Monday every month. They leave at 12:30. They're usually back by 8. Cost is $30, $25 back in casino credit. The next trip will be February 3rd. Please call Janet at 423-0832. And I have some more. Paulsboro High School will have their play March 19, 20, 21st. It's called Once on This Island. Look for further information on the website. And John, I went to Borough Hall today to pay my water and sewer. And
What did sewer do? Did I miss a payment, or is it?
it was by January 15th. You didn't have to pay.
Okay, no, you got it all right.
You're okay.
I thought there was
No. And a lot of people don't know about the recycles. They've changed recycling, what you can recycle. Please go to Borough Hall. They have this wonderful Paulsboro Clean Community Trash Recycling Quality of Life Guidelines. And they also have for everyone a nice not pamphlet of
pictures help, by the way.
Yeah, pictures, John.
Even I can understand pictures.
These pictures will help you, what you can recycle and what you can. And they find out if you put in the plastic bags that you get at the stores, John, they do not disintegrate. And if they find them in your recyclable trash, they can fine you. So please, everyone, go in. Don't say you don't know anything. I just told you.
Well,
yes.
Yeah, and we're also moving. You're probably going to see the plastic bags are not going to be legal soon.
Right, John, I love the old brown bags. They were the best.
They may not be legal either.
But John, we made well, now you don't have school books. You know.
I can't figure any of it out.
I can't figure out any of this, John.
Irma, let Fred get a close up of your nails. Everyone, you talk. No, the other one. Yeah.
Oh, my other one.
Yeah. Isn't that beautiful?
I go to B Nails in Paulsboro. They do a great job. I've been going there ever since. They're the nicest people. Help Paulsboro businesses out. And John, please go to the Paulsboro Diner. They are the nicest people there. It is packed there. People like it. And
only holds 20 people.
yeah, but you know what, John? You get in, you talk.
Oh, I'm teasing. No, it's wonderful.
But it is. Why you sit on everybody's lap? What the hell? This is the borough. We're family. But anyway, John, please support Save a Lot. It's doing a great job. Donna Bird's, Weiss's, of course, John. They said you haven't been in lately, John. They've been looking for you. You've been busy.
I thought I was there yesterday.
Well, that's first. You've been there. But anyway, please support Paulsboro. And baseball will be coming on. If you want your kids to play baseball, softball, sign up. The online registration's ready to go. We have a great group down there, John.
Yeah, they really are doing a fine job. The mayor's going to have some updates on the next program with some good news on the plaza. You've been teasing, not teasing isn't the right word, but it's taken a long time. But it's finally going to be a better situation there. For Fred Buchter behind the camera, for Amy, for our producer Bill Crane, who couldn't be with us, we appreciate you watching. Irma?
See you on Broad Street. Hope it's a little warmer next time.
Oh, we did shoot outside. Till next time.